Hey folks, right, you are joining me for the session after the deload. So, for those of you kept up to date with the training, the idea was I wanted to implement a deload and just see how that affects my strength. So, here we are. This is the first session back, and it was a good one. It was a very good one. So, I actually put on 10 kilos on this exercise that I'm doing since the last time I did it. And it's an exercise that I'm used to doing as well. So, that is a phenomenal increase. I don't know how to kind of express that in words, but yeah, 10 kilos on an exercise which you're used to doing is absolutely phenomenal. And the only real change was the fact that I deloaded, and also I did put on some weight because I've been bulking. But still, 10 kilos is awesome. So the last time I got the weight that I got for 15 reps, this time I added 10 kilos and I got 12 reps, which is a phenomenal increase. So yeah, the deload experiment was a resounding success, and I'm more than likely going to do it again soon. Haven't really decided when, just when I'm feeling bit up. But the routine is also a little bit different now as well. So I have kind of made two changes, which won't affect today's session because I haven't done the change yet. But over the course of next week, my training is going to look a little bit different. I'm going to pull back on the number of days per week. So because I want to just train a bit heavier. So from now on, I want to do a lot more heavy compound basics and just gain some size this year. So today we're looking at 6 sets of chest, all to failure, followed by 6 sets of biceps. And over the course of the coming few weeks, I will record the rest of the session so you can see what I'm doing and what my split looks like. But just feeling super strong, like really, really strong at the moment. So yeah, great, fantastic. So yeah, the goal is to just push up on these exercises over the course of the next year. Frequency is reduced to everything once every 7 days, which is a downgrade from what I was doing before, which was once every 4 or 5 days. And throughout my life, I've trained mostly twice a week or 3 times a week. So this is the least frequency I've used for a while. And as I say, it's the first week, first session back after the deload, but certainly feeling strong today. And I guess the next test will be, let's see how I do next week after a full week of rest and a full week of training. So hopefully you guys kind of follow along and get what I'm saying here. I'll be implementing the deloads, sure, but I'm also implementing a new routine, which is 4 days a week, down from 6, and it's mostly focusing on big compound heavy basics with a lot less fluff. So today was 3 big presses. This Jim Lecco press is quite a nice finisher because you get a stretch at the bottom position and it kind of arcs inwards to get a contraction at the finish position. So it's really good. But yeah, just really, really strong today. Holy crap. This was also 20 kilos up from the last time I'd done it as well. So just a really strong session. Felt great today. Yeah, so that's chest done. Moving on to biceps next. And for biceps, I've gone back to doing alternate dumbbell curls, which I think are a really good exercise. I've gotten more bicep growth from alternate dumbbell curls than pretty much anything. And I started doing those about 6 months ago, and I was only curling 15 kilo dumbbells at the time, or 12 kilos. And I just thought I was pretty weak, but I put some more effort into these, and today I curled a PR 25 kilo dumbbells. That's 55 pounders in freedom money, which was awesome, so it's the most I've curled, and that was a pretty decent set. But I like to have some kind of heavy work. The dumbbell curls for me make more sense. Like barbell curls are okay, but there's always a bit of a problem. If you use a straight bar, for me personally, it feels good at the contraction, but it doesn't feel good at the bottom position because it's just too much of a stretch. Whereas if I use an easy curl bar, it feels good at the bottom, but it doesn't feel so great at the top. It's mostly forearm. So I like dumbbells, but if I was to alternate them out, I might do straight barbell curls and maybe not going all the way down. That's just kind of a compromise, just so I can get some heavy work in there. I'd say this exercise here, it probably feels the best. I get the best pump. I get the best sort of contraction. I get the best stretch. But I would say when I added in dumbbell curls, my arms grew way more. So it's a great exercise, this. It kind of just goes back to my point. I think the stretching and the squeezing is super important, but I don't think it supersedes heavy loading and just heavy progressive tension for moderate to high reps with good form. So, I think you need everything. Certainly, I do. So, but yeah, this is still a great exercise. You get a nice stretch at the bottom, you get a nice squeeze at the top. It's almost an ideal bicep exercise on paper. But again, the dumbbell curls, super heavy, just get me more growth. For me, for every body part, I like to have a heavy exercise as well as something else from different angles. So for this one, for example, we did the heavy dumbbell curls, followed up by this exercise, which is very sort of stretch heavy. And then the next exercise, which you're going to see, is something where the arms are more in front of your body. So I just like to hit different angles. But yeah, the main thing is for this session, overwhelming success. The deload was an overwhelming success. What I will say though is, holy shit, I'm looking jacked. What I will say though is, the fact that the deload made me so strong today is not yet a complete indicator that, deloads are a huge success, because quite frankly, it could have just been a peaking effect. So I'm going to have to see over the course of the next few months, if I carry on implementing the deloads, will they still be as successful in the long term? Whereas if I do this once, that could just indicate I was overtrained before and I've come back with a bit more rest. I'm just trying to be critical of what I'm doing. That's all. I'm trying to be very strict with the parameters I lay out for success. Either way, this was a phenomenal session. I'm still riding a high on it. It's the day after. Still feel great about it. And yeah, I'll do one training video per week over the course of the next few months, and you guys can get to know my split and, of course, ask any questions you like. But this kind of shows you what I'm doing at the moment, and it's a change of pace from what I've been doing before. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you later in the week for more thoughts on training.